meditate on this. The subconscious mind is like a black hole. It's a vacuum. It pulls in everything that crosses its path. The portals or gateways to the subconscious mind exist on the human body, in the human body. Some of them are called ears, some of them are called eyes. And you receive certain signals and things and messages, etc., through these senses, through these tools for senses, sight, hearing, etc. But no matter what you do, no matter what you put in front of your ears, no matter what you put in front of your eyes, just understand that the subconscious mind is going to receive that and it's going to be embedded within you in perpetuity. It's going to be with you forever. And the people in power know this. The ruling class know this, and they do a damn good job of putting things in there that are not going to lead to quality of thought. It's important that you take control of this and try to embed things with high quality of thought into your subconscious mind, so that when they come back to the surface, when they come back, they pop out on the other side, they're fruitful. The things that are good for you, things that lead to quality of thought. So try to embed good things in your subconscious mind. Now that we know we have to program the subconscious mind, do that consciously, the next question becomes, with what? I believe we need to start with music. Music is very natural. Everybody loves music. They're even treating dementia with music, because music can take you to the past, bring you to memories, the vibe. Everything is just seems to come into focus clearly. It's easily visualized when you put music and have a soundtrack to your life. And so what type of music do we listen to? You know, it's part of our daily ritual. It's part of our daily dealings in programming the subconscious mind. The type of music we listen to is very important. And think about quality of thought. Is your music going to nurture the idea of quality of thought? Or is it ratchet? Is it supremely ghetto? Is it trash? Or is it breathing life into you? Right? It's the difference between listening to, something that's promoting death as to something that's promoting life. Looking at some of the neurological effects that happen when you listen to certain types of music, nourishing the brain with that type of music. The TV shows you watch, the movies you watch. What type of shows do you watch, and how are you inspired by them? What are the images that are being implanted in your subconscious mind from the movies and TV and the media that you watch, from the things you watch on YouTube, etc., etc. If you look at one of those controversial stories about TikTok, I said that Chinese people, or the Chinese Communist Party, whatever, has a different algorithm than the one for the Western nations. The one in the Western nations, the kids are watching videos that go viral, doing pranks and all types of silly stuff. And China's algorithm is showing kids completing puzzles and doing math. These are the things they're promoting because they understand the programming of the subconscious mind is very important for the future of your people and where they're going. So with that same concept in mind, what type of media are you always being influenced by? What type of media do you constantly force yourself to be influenced by? What if we saw images of love all the time instead of images of destruction, war, etc., etc.?
What type of media is Hotep Jesus influenced by?
I like the old stuff. I like the classics. Mostly written work, literature. That's the type of stuff I listen to. I listen to a lot of lectures. One of my favorite lecturers is John Henrik Clarke, Dr. Kaba Kamene. Those are like two of my faves. I like listening to scholarly work, scholarly teachers. I go to bed to to chess videos, but I also need some gangster in my life. You know, I'm not perfect, but I need some, you know, I need some cartel gang member, you know, type programming. This is, you know, that's the stuff I happen to like. You know, I like violent movies. I like heists. I like heist movies, like The Italian Job and Ocean's 11 and, you know, those types of things. I like military movies. Like, I thought the new Top Gun was amazing. But I also try to be conscious of what I'm seeing, and so, you know, what's clear is we're gonna come across some content that is not going to nurture quality or high quality of thought. So what we have to do is we have to wrap this stuff with labels. So what you can do is when an image appears before your subconscious mind, what we can do is we can frame it. So when it gets embedded and it gets stored within your mental hard drive, it's filed in a folder, you know, marked bad, marked good, marked to question, marked, you know, you can label these things. So sometimes when things come into our subconscious mind, we don't frame it, we don't put a label on it. I think we have to say, okay, if I'm watching a movie and they're murdering people, let's say for instance, as we're watching this, we got to label that bad. This is bad. This is no bueno, right? And even some labels that your personal opinion might weigh in on, and how you manage this stuff logically. So even though everything's going to be received by your subconscious mind, and some things you may enjoy, some pieces of content you may enjoy, it's very important to frame that stuff and label that stuff. So when it gets into your subconscious mind, your subconscious mind knows, okay, this is this and this is that. So it knows clear difference. It's not just sitting there to be sprouted later on in the wrong manner or intent. What is your receptivity? Are you receiving the signals, or are you only transmitting them? You have to tune your inner radio to receive messages, not only send them. Sometimes we get caught up with our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is constantly sending signals out to the universe, to God, to friends, family, etc., etc. But sometimes you have to reset yourself and come back to zero and just say, I'm not intending to send any messages, I'm intending to receive them. I call it no mind. I've spoken about this in the past. I want to open up the mind, enter a state of receptivity, to receive the signals, to be imbued by God. Messages, prescient visualizations, to be omniscient. All these things are made possible by entering a receptive state, by dismissing the world and all of its physicalness, dismissing the world and all of its 3D-ness, dismissing the matrix, forgetting you are of this physical dimension. Dismissing all of that, obviously easier said than done, but moving away from all of these things, dismissing them from their mind. And the easiest way to do that is to actually distract yourself. You have to distract yourself with the senses. It's much easier to enter a state of receptivity when you're out here and you have the breeze blowing against your skin. That's easy to meditate on. When you have the...
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there, you understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
They got Mexican aliens? What the hell is going on in the world? The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Hotep to the chat. What up, y'all? Hotep Boule in the chat. Haram Life Protocol. What up, y'all? Who's in the tube? Who's in the tube? Wilmar, what up? Outcast with the early $5 super chat. What up, bro? What up, bro? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for showing some love. Izzy Bose. We got a grifty. It's a grifty Wednesday today. We got a lot to cover. We're going to cover it in a short New Jersey hour. Then we're going to open up phone lines. If you guys want to get on the phone lines, text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631. The question of the day for the phone lines is, do you believe the alien story, and what is it a distraction from? All right. Somebody said, yo, bro, what's your opinion on the Israelites? My opinion on the Israelites? Mostly, I don't give a fuck. That's usually my opinion on most things. I really don't care. But that's a really broad question, right? Like, what's my opinion on Israelites? Like, what part of the Israelites? Are you saying black Hebrew Israelites, the Israelites in the Bible? You know, I don't really get into them things, though. I watch other people talk about that stuff, like Captain Tazariak, and I didn't, threw $5 to the Hebrews in New York when I walked past them. We had Shaka come on. Shaka did a whole presentation on the Hebrew Israelites on my channel. You should probably go check that out. That was quite an exhilarating feat. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the Grift Report, today's Grift Report. Hold on. My screen's not set up. Let's put this on your screen. A. Sappington. Nope, not there. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's right. I was checking my email. That's why it's there. I was checking my email before we got here. Me apologies. Let's go here. Let's do that again. Hold on. Boom. All right. You didn't see that. That's not on your screen. This is what you need to see right here. Boom. You guys see that? Awesome. Wonderful. Great. Fantastic. We're going to dive right into the story today, as you already know. Colin Kaepernick wants to get back in the NFL. Let's go over some things we got to talk about today. First of all, we're going to talk about the aliens. We're going to play this Oprah video. We're going to talk about this white woman who had an OnlyFans account and then decided that she wanted to run for office. I don't know why she thought that would be a good idea. But we're going to talk about that story. There's some developing news in regards to that story. But first, we have to go to our beloved site, menofwater.com. menofwater.com is all things men. We have this article here about Colin Kaepernick, the fraud. Now, the other day, Uncle Hotep was talking about cosplaying. And here we have Colin Kaepernick cosplaying a black man, right? Everybody knows his family is Caucasian, apparently, or I should say a part of the Yamnaya tribe. And he was adopted, allegedly. But let's type this in. Colin Kaepernick, Black Panther. Is he still a member of the Black Panther Party? No, wait, I'm sorry. It's not Black Panther. It was GQ. I'm sorry. Here it is, 2017. Let me take my blockers off. Let me take my script blockers off. You know what I'm saying? And let's take a look at this. Colin Kaepernick, here he is, cosplaying a black man. He picked his hair out into a fro. Ain't wore a fro his whole life. All of a sudden, here he come. And look at this. Look at this shit. This is what he was doing. Ain't this his first dashiki, man. They put a dashiki in him just for this shot, just for this image. I'm trying to see if I know any of these people in this picture. It's a small world, so you never know. No, I don't see anybody I recognize. But here's Colin Kaepernick, trying to look larger than life with a bunch of kids around him and women, trying to look like a big dog. He's probably a big guy because he's a quarterback. But he got a dashiki on, cosplaying a black man. Ain't wore a dashiki his whole life. As soon as he found, look at this. Cosplaying, here he is cosplaying the Black Panther Party. Cosplaying. It says Colin Kaepernick walks tall on the streets of Harlem. No, he's cosplaying a Black Panther Party member. Let's take a look at the Black Panther Party. Let's see if we can find some images of the Black Panther Party and show you. Here it go right here. Here go the image right there. They go to the leather jacket, the infamous leather jacket. Here go a row of them right here. The infamous leather jacket with the black shirt underneath. Y'all see it there? All right, y'all see that. Now let's go back to Colin. Look at it. Somebody went out and actually tried to get the same exact uniform. Only thing missing is the pin. They thought they was slick. All right. So where am I going with this? Well, let's take a trip down memory lane. This is when BLM was becoming something of a phenom and taking the world by storm, literally. And Colin Kaepernick was, I believe he was benched at this point. I believe he was benched when he first took a knee. He was a bench player. He was not a starter. And then he got offered a contract by another NFL team. He decided to turn that down and then called the NFL racist. I don't know how you can call the NFL racist when they offered you a deal and you turned it down. That makes absolutely no sense. That makes no sense. You turned down a deal, bro. You could have stayed in the NFL, but you chose not to. You chose not to. You turned down the deal that they gave you. These are just the facts of the matter. These are just the facts of the matter. So they turned down the deal. And really, what is this about? This is really about staying relevant and trying to create some sort of income and relevancy, following his departure from the NFL, right? So, as most Marxists and communists do, they latch on to a struggling demographic. In this case, he chose black people, chose to cosplay a Black Panther Party member, right? To maintain some resemblance of relevancy, which I think is just deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. Let's take a look at this. AG wrote this. He says, in late October 2021, Netflix and Colin Kaepernick released a series called Colin in Black and White. Oh, wow. Colin in Black and White. How genius. Remember I told you about the great Grift in it? The great Grift in it is one part whiteness, one part blackness. Says the series is an exploration of his high school years and the experiences that led him to become an activist, right? All right, so he did no activism at all. It wasn't until it became an opportunistic thing that he decided to become an activist. And here's a scene right here. I'm not going to play it. But he basically called himself Kunta. Do y'all remember the Kunta? Let's type in Colin Kaepernick Kunta. Let's go there. So he went and started grifting off of this. This was his next grift. The Kunta Kinte shirt. This is how he was working out. Kunta Kinte. Now, Kunta Kinte is a fictional character from Alex Haley's, I believe. Was it Alex Haley? I forget who it was. Roots. Show Roots. Kunta Kinte was a slave. Let's go back. So he compares the NFL to being slavery. Yet, he wants to get back in the NFL. How does that make sense? Somebody please tell me how that makes sense.
This is a sick Negro.
And he not even a Negro. So now, following Aaron Rodgers' torn Achilles heel, spot opened up on the Jets. Jamil Hill jumped in there trying to grift, and now Colin Kaepernick wants to be back in the NFL. He wants to be a slave again. This is griftiness upon griftiness. Let me check on the chat before we go to our next story. Colin Kaepernick. He stole that T from Unc. Nailed it. He said HJ got Colin Yakub in the thumbnail today. Yo, you got to use, when you got the AI, you got to use it, man. What up, AK? I guess he's addicted to slavery. Oh, man. Oh, man. K in the chat acting up. K, how is yours highlighted, but nobody else's is? Can you tell me why yours is highlighted? Can somebody explain to me why names are highlighted in the Rumble chat and others are not? I need somebody to tell me that. Please and thank you. ASAP. Just give me a chance, massa, says Jay's World. Oh, my Lord. All right, let's go to these aliens. I'm going to show you the aliens, and I'm going to show you what they're distracting us from. So let's go here. Let's pull this up. And here's a video. So some people are saying this thing has been debunked. You see, he got that drip on. He got they was trying to say it was a mix between platinum and gold ring on his finger. So not only the aliens here, allegedly, but they got that drip. You know, they got to look fly when they land. And this little motherfucker does not look like a threat. You could punt these little niggas. Nobody's scared of these little ass, punk ass aliens. The crazy part is this looks like E.T. That looks like E.T. That is technically E.T. Look how small this guy is. You gonna hold him in your hand like that? I will beat the shit out these little motherfuckers. I'll beat the shit out these little aliens. I ain't afraid of these motherfuckers. Somebody said it was a hoax. Let's verify. Let's type in alien Mexico debunked. Because I could have sworn I've seen that footage before. Let's see. Okay, the claims have been debunked by Peruvian archaeologists. The hearing investigated sightings of inexplicable objects in the sky from those UFOs. Exhibited what he said in non-beings discovered in Peru 1,000 years ago, and the claim that the corpses from alien has been debunked, with DNA showing that the remains are human. Okay, so these are human remains. All right, these are human remains. That is, in fact, not an alien. So the question then becomes, why would they rehash this same old story today? Why is this floating around today? And that's because they're trying to distract us from something. And that's the question I want you people in the comments to comment with. Tell me in the comments, what are they trying to distract us from? What are they trying to distract us from? Or is what I think they're distracting us from the thing that they're trying to distract us from? And I'll show that to you a little bit later. All right, let's go to Oprah. So you guys don't have to worry about the alien thing. Now, I watched this Oprah situation about a minute in and then just immediately got uninterested because it just seemed like utter bullshit she was saying. I don't know. Let me see.
Oprah, I want to shift gears a little bit and turn to the Hawaii wildfires and the efforts to help those in need. The People's Fund of Maui was created by you and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, in which you both poured time, effort, and millions to kick it off yourselves. Yet and still, it faced online criticism. I want to give you the opportunity to kind of give your thoughts on that.
Well, this is a really great point about.
I just want to say I can do a better job than this guy. I just want to put that out there.
Being happier in the midst of an onslaught of being terrorized and vilified online.
Terrorized. All right.
I will say this. I came out of this experience, I was just saying this to Arthur this morning, with so much more compassion for young kids.
Fair use, fair use. Ain't that what you got to do? You got to pause the video and say fair use a million times or some shit like that. Fair use, fair use.
Because I was thinking, what if I didn't really know who I am? What if I didn't have the assurance of Invictus, that I am the master of my own fate and the captain of my soul? If
it would have taken you down.
It would have taken. It will take you out. So all of the online, being
slander and
attacks, lies, conspiracy theories, really took the focus off of what was the most important thing, and that was the people of Maui. So this idea came about.
Oh, man, her team is on point. Her team is on point. That's some good PR spin right there.
Because, as you know, when you were there, Tony, I was on the ground talking to lots of people, trying to figure out how do I best help. And in the beginning, it was just, material things, dropping off generators and towels. And then I started talking to people. People really wanted their own agency. Gail's son, Will, sent me an article about Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, in 2017, during the wildfires in Gatlinburg, started a People's Fund. She called it My People's Fund. She had a concert. She raised $12.5 million and then directly gave it to the people, $1,000 a month. I thought, whoa, that's the idea. So
getting the money into the hands of the people.
Directly into the hands of the people. So to set up the infrastructure for that, The Rock and his team and my team, we were on the...
I will say this. Oprah's initiative probably doing more for the people than Biden is.
Literally on I don't know how many Zooms to set up the infrastructure for the verification process to be able to drop money into people's accounts. And we thought, because both of us have given to charities our whole life. I've been given to charity since my first paycheck, a tither.
And still do that.
And still do that. Right. Okay.
Just in case, anybody in the chat is kind of young, when you get that much money like Oprah, you have to give some of it away just for tax benefits.
So we thought starting the fund with $10 million would be a great idea, because any of us who've ever been to any benefit, you go to a benefit and somebody gives $10 million, that's called a good night.
Right.
So we thought $10 million will start off the fund. We'll do what Dolly did, get other people to give money, and then we'll put it directly into the people's bank accounts. I was so excited. I was so excited about it.
It's still a good idea.
And then I got up the next morning.
You still should be.
Yeah.
I was so excited. I got up the next morning and I saw all of this vitriol, and I was like, whoa, what happened here? So this is what I want to say.
I think what happened is you got way more money than Dolly Parton, so that's kind of... I think, didn't Michael Jackson own Dolly Parton's masters?
I want to say that, I think in the beginning, so many people were calling, asking, where do we give our money to? So I thought, I'm going to give people a place to create. We're going to create something. And I still think it's a really strong idea. Dolly Parton was right. Putting money directly into the hands of the people is a significant thing. And the model that's been created, I will say that as of today, 2,200 people have been cleared and verified. And those people are going to get a notice from the People's Fund of Maui and going to have the money.
And it's working.
That's been created. In the beginning, so many people were calling, asking, where do we give our money to? So I thought, I'm going to give people a place to create. We're going to create something. And I still think it's a really strong idea. Dolly Parton was right. Putting money directly into the hands of the people is a significant thing. And the model that's been created, I will say that as of today, 2,200 people have been cleared and verified. And those people are going to get a notice from the People's Fund of Maui and going to have the money.
And it's
put into
working.
their
It
bank
made me
account.
deeply mad. It made you deeply sad.
Made me sad
Yeah,
that
and I'm
we're at
wondering
this
how you're
state in
coping
our
with that.
country,
Yes.
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No, everything leads to this kind of polarization, even serving other people. But here's the point. Here's Oprah's point. If you take your time, your money, your resources, your life, and you give the love that other people need, especially in their times of need, that is the secret of happiness.
Yeah.
Because happiness is love.
Now, I will say this, and I said it before. Oprah's doing more than Joe Biden. But this interview sidesteps what the conspiracy theorists are really talking about. Conspiracy theorists, I've seen a little bit of rambling about Oprah specifically and The Rock specifically, right? But I think what this really comes down to is why were some areas burned down and others not is the huge conspiracy theory. Now, I don't get into conspiracy theories. I don't dive deep into all this shit. But I've seen enough online to know something ain't right. You know, it was some Chinese space lasers was shooting Maui or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was the Mexican aliens with the big head. Them little aliens was shooting up Maui. I don't know what was going on. All I know is the rich people's houses seem to be untouched and everybody else's houses were scorched. Now, I don't know how real that is. I have no idea how real that is. Don Day said, "Sup, HJ, just came in, took Master Focus. What's Oprah grifting on now?" Shout out to the Master Focus dosage. We got great news coming in regards on that front coming soon. But yeah, I think that's really, isn't that what you guys saw, chat? You guys saw like people were talking about, yeah, Amber's talking about land grab. Yeah, government coming in and buying up the land. The Oprah thing is more of a distraction from what the conspiracy theorists were really talking about. Oprah was more of a side effect or a side story to the bigger story surrounding Maui. You know what I'm saying? So it was never really about Oprah, although I'm sure because of her name, she got a bunch of buzz, and I'm sure there was probably millions of, people commenting to her about it. But the big buzz about Maui was more about the lack of government response, the late government response, and the government response that came up short. And the missing kids, the missing bodies, all this stuff, So I don't know what to think of it. I'm not in Maui, so, it's still developing. I'm sure there's going to be an FBI report comes out years from now that tells us what really happened. Chinese space lasers or some shit like that. Anyway, let's go back into Big Ag. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys remember the politician Susanna Gibson, right? A politician here, and Goldstein caught this in 4K. Suzanne Gibson. So Susanna Gibson decided to become a politician, decided to run for office. Says nurse practitioner, mother, dog lover, advocate by profession and by passion, Democratic candidate for Virginia House of Delegates 57th District. So she's a Democratic candidate, right? And her and her husband was getting nasty on camera to make ends meet in Biden's America. Was struggling. And we ran across something very interesting. Let's take a look at this. Who do you think is following her? Who do you think was the first or one of the first people to follow her when they broke this story? We got him in 4K. Bow, right there, Uncle Hotep, right on the front lines.
This is a sick Negro.
There he is. We caught him in 4K. Following. We can't say no to these white women. He saw that video of her getting nasty on cam. Here he come, hitting the follow button with the quickness. Followed by Uncle Hotep. Last time we caught him like this, he was following an account called Ghetto White Girls. Ghetto Big Booty White Girls or something like that. This is what Uncle Hotep was following. Uncle Hotep, the Pog Hunter. One of the captains of the Pog Patrol. Kamar said that brother's starving.
This is a sick Negro.
Hey, how many coons y'all giving him? Davion gave him 5+ coons. From 1 to 5, how many coons are y'all giving Uncle Hotep? Raccoon emojis in the chat. I know. How many coons? From 1 to 5, 5 being the most, 1 being the least. How many coons? You're going to have to revoke his membership to Hotepistan and deport him out of Hotepistan? We're going to have to, yo, he's wilding. Chad said, at first I thought she wasn't a pug, but then I realized, flat ass white girl. Take him to court? We're going to have to take him to court over this. What's the charge? What's the charge? Hey, where the white women at, said Rudy. We got 5 coon emojis, 3. Darion gave him 3. Black on black. Damn, what is that? 7? 6? Felix said 5 out of 5 coons. Oh, man. Amir hit him with 3. What up, Amir? Ha ha. Kamar said 3. Okay, at least 3. This is at least worth 3 coon emojis. You gonna follow a Democratic candidate with a sex tape? This is excessive pogging. Is that the charge? Excessive pogging? What's the charge? Chat, tell me. What's the charge we giving Uncle Hotep for following this Democratic candidate with with the sex tape? What's the charges? What charges? Is it excessive? Simping on the nurse porn in the first degree. Simping. We hitting him with simping. Okay. First degree simping. Excessive pogging. He said that's some blatant shit. Like we can't see him. Following the OnlyFans Democrat of all people. Charges getting too close to the flame. Treason to the highest order. Charges thirst by pog. 3rd degree. I like that. Let's write that down. 1st degree thirst. We're going to put 3rd degree simping. Oh, man. Yeah, somebody clip that. Clip that. Clip that. Let's go back in the bag. See? Aggravated thirst trap. We taking them to Hotep court this week for this. We taking them to Hotep court for this week. See what the jury say this week. Pog extremist. Flagrant following of an OnlyFans thought unbecoming of a Hotep. Let me copy and paste that. I ain't got time to write all that down. I'm damn sure gonna copy and paste that though. Hit that, copy. Where's my notepad? Let me get my little sticky pad out here. Bing bong. Boom. Lord. Aggravated pog slamming. Lewd and lascivious pogging. Oh, I like these charges. Oh my God! Excessive cuckery of pogging of a pog. Unc need a parole officer. Facts. Somebody gotta keep an eye on this. You gotta have him check in. It's like crack for him. All right, let's go back. What else is in the big bag today? Don't forget, we waiting on the pitches to come in. Hotep Goldstein versus Strong Dad. The Hotep Nation Debate League starting soon. We got Fresh Mike versus Rudy in the prelims. And then the main event, Strong Dad versus Goldstein. It's going to be the event of the year. This event right here might just win me Grifter of the Year. I think this event might win me Grifter of the Year. Definitely one of these guys is going to come out on top. Pause. As Rookie of the Year Grifter. Looks like Goldstein's in the lead for that. All right, that's all I got. Let's go into the grift of the day. The Grift every day. We got to talk about the CBDCs. We got to talk about what is the real distraction from the aliens. What did the alien story try to distract us from? And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, and everybody missed this. Everybody online, nobody's talking about this. See, that's why you come to the Grift Report, to get the shit that nobody's talking about. Because the shit that everybody's talking about is usually like unimportant. It's the shit that nobody's talking about that is real important. So fast shout out to Syscoin. We're about to go into the Syscoin CBDC breakdown. Syscoin CBDC breakdown coming up next. Hey, if you want to participate in this great project that we have lined up for you, join our Telegram group. The link is in the description box below. It says Access Super DAP Airdrop Group. So to get access, all you got to do is join a Telegram. That takes like 2 seconds to do. And then once you get into the Telegram, hit the pin message and it has all the instructions for you. So if you want to get paid to tweet, you want to get paid to use social media, you want to get paid to be sort of like it's not a beta tester because this thing is already out of beta. But if you want to be a part of that first community, and usually first community gets to dictate the culture of an app. So if you want to be, the cultural architects of this app, as Chad Lemoyne has coined me, make sure y'all join up, Syscoin. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's go into the Syscoin CBDC recap of the day. Hold on. And I'll bring it up. I'll bring up my tweet first and then we'll dive into it. So, CBDC update of the day says Russia could use CBDC to dodge sanctions from SWIFT exclusion. So everybody knows back in February, Russia was excluded from SWIFT, basically disconnected, so can't do any cross-border payments. Enter CBDC to handle cross-border payments. Funnily enough, SWIFT is in a sandbox testing a CBDC connector solution. Participants include Hong Kong Monetary Authority, National Bank of Kazakhstan, and Reserve Bank of Australia. So this is quite interesting because when we talk about CBDCs, we talk about the one world coin, right? So this is the one world currency. This is the thing that nobody's talking about, that I talk about every single day, right? And what we have here is SWIFT acting as a connector. Remember we were talking about before with the interbank connectivity and interoperability and all of that? And we were wondering, how is this stuff going to come together? What is going to happen to the clearinghouses? What's going to happen to SWIFT? So SWIFT says we're going to work on the technology to connect everybody's CBDC. Therefore, I still have a job, right? I still have a purpose. So that's that. Now, here is what they are distracting us from. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull this up on your screen right now. And I tweeted this out earlier. It's right here. Let me go to that tweet first, and then we'll pull up the story so we can look at the story together. And I said, don't let the alien story distract you from the fact that 50 U.S. lawmakers reintroduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act to protect the American way of life yesterday. Went under the radar. This type of thing would be in the news today. Right? Cody says, I wasn't aware. I know, because your pundits don't talk about stuff like this. So let's go to the story. Let's go to the story as I continue to take jabs at your favorite pundits. Mostly because I want them to join in so we can actually try and save the world. Anyway, they'll catch up later once it gets to clicks. That's really you guys' fault. It's not even the pundits' fault. It's you guys' fault, because you guys click on the bullshit and you don't click on the real shit. If you start clicking on the real shit, then the pundits would follow. So I blame the people. Not you guys, because you guys are Hoteps and you guys are the most smartest people on the planet, of course, and the greatest people on the planet, but everybody outside of us, it's all of their fault. So it says here, 50 U.S. lawmakers have reintroduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act. And I ask you, why would you have to reintroduce it? What happened to the first one? To prohibit the Federal Reserve from issuing a retail central bank digital currency. So not a wholesale. So I guess they're saying the wholesale CBDC is okay, but not the retail. What? See, this is what I'm saying. This is the fault of Congress. This is the fault of Congress. No, we want to ban all of the CBDC, wholesale and retail. Anyway, because technically what you could do is you could bundle all the retail. Well, the retail transactions are going to be settled in bundles on the wholesale anyway. So how would that work? Anyway, let's continue on while I think about that. So it says to prohibit, while protecting innovation and any future development of true digital cash, right? So it says Congress, Tom Emmer stressed President Biden is willing to compromise the American people's right to financial privacy for surveillance-style CBDC. I don't believe in compromising Americans' rights. Okay, so it says CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act updated and reintroduced. So Tom Emmer is a Republican out of Minnesota, announced Tuesday that he and 49 of the lawmakers have reintroduced the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act to halt the efforts of unelected bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. from issuing a central bank digital currency that dismantles Americans' rights to financial privacy.
That Hotep Jesus.
And that was the wrong button. This sweet tea is good. I shouldn't be drinking this shit, but this shit is smacking. Rep Emmer posted on social media on the X platform today with 49 of my Republican colleagues. I reintroduced the CBDC Act, Anti-Surveillance State Act. The congressman explaining said, if not designed to emulate cash, a government digital currency would dismantle Americans' right to financial privacy and embolden the administrative state. I won't let that happen. This is why sometimes I believe the House is better than the Senate. It's more, awareness happening in the House sometimes. My updated bill prohibits the Fed from issuing a retail CBDC while protecting innovation and any future development of true digital cash. This bill puts a check on unelected bureaucrats that ensures the U.S. digital currency policy upholds American values of privacy, individual sovereignty, and free market competitiveness. Majority Whip Emmer first introduced the bill to address the CBDC concerns in January of 2022. The bill is now co-sponsored by his colleagues, including reps from Arizona, Ohio, Florida, Texas, California, South Carolina. All Republicans, ironically. All Republicans. Now, that doesn't surprise me because since we've been talking about the CBDC, we know that the CBDC is being sold under the guise of inclusion, right? Financial inclusion, banking the unbanked. The people who have been struggling, the marginalized, the lower class, black people. So I see why Democrats won't say no to this because they believe this is how they create diversity, DEI. The administration has made it clear President Biden is willing to compromise the American people's right to financial privacy for a surveillance-style CBDC. I don't believe in compromising Americans' rights. Now, first of all, President Biden doesn't know what year it is, so we can't say President Biden believes anything. Bottom line, if not open, permissionless, and private like cash, a CBDC is nothing more than a CCP-style surveillance tool. Facts. He gets it. That can be weaponized to oppress the American way of life. The lawmaker concluded, adding that the House Financial Services Committee will consider his bill this month. So this is a bill going to who? The House Financial Services Committee, right? Well, guess what? Guess who's meeting tomorrow? Guess who's meeting? Let's go back. House Financial Services Subcommittee on Digital Assets and Financial Technology and Inclusion hearing on CBDC called The Digital Dollar Dilemma is set for Thursday at 8:14. Thursday, 8:14. Tomorrow. So, I'm sorry. Oops, that shouldn't be an 8. That should be a 9. I'm still stuck in August. That's a typo. So tomorrow, 9:14. So where do you think I'll be? Right here covering that.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
We're going to sit here and we're going to watch them talk about the most important bill of our lifetime. Most people have said it's, COVID-19 and all this other stuff, and maybe, but to me, I think this is the most, one of the most important hearing. I think the hearing, once it leaves the subcommittee and goes to the actual committee. Anyway, let's go here. Can you see this? So here's the announcement. I showed you this yesterday about the hearing. And let's hit this link. Let's see what it says here. Okay, so the Financial Institutions and Monetary Policy Subcommittee hearing implementing Basel III, what's Fed's endgame, is at 10 a.m. I'm not going to cover that, but I'll watch it. I'll be up and I'll watch that tomorrow. Actually, damn, I might miss that because I have a meeting with the web developer. Hold on, let me see. Tomorrow. That didn't make it to my calendar yet. I probably have to update that on my calendar. Hit accept. And it says right here, there's a nice link to it too. Digital Assets, Financial Technology and Inclusion Subcommittee hearing entitled Digital Dollar Dilemma, the Implications of a CBDC and Private Sector Alternatives. Additional information, including live stream committee memo, can be found here. Okay, so this is, I think it's going to take us to this link, and we can click here to view the committee memorandum. So here's the memo. Okay, here's the digital dollar. All right, let's see who's included here. I'm about to geek out. I got to geek out before we open up the phone lines. If you want to get on the phone lines, text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631. Who is looking at this? CBDC is a digital representation of fiat currency. Privacy protected. All right. Okay, so, oh shit. All right, so, all right, wow, okay, all right, yeah, I didn't expect to see so many red flags so fast. And I just found some red flags. Oh boy. All right, so I have to, because I skimmed and found red flags, I have to now go back and read this background here. Under a potential intermediated model. Okay, so we talked about this before, how there could be a mediated model or a not mediated model. A mediated model is just basically a fancy way of saying you'll deal with a bank when dealing with the CBDC, or you won't deal with a bank. So in this case, they're talking about the one where banks are included, which is strange. All right, let me just finish first before I call them out. So basically, you'll have a CBDC account at your bank. Okay, the bank or fintech firm would serve as the central bank's agent, eliminating the need for the Federal Reserve to provide consumer banking services. Right. So the bank will be the intermediary. Private firms would be responsible for handling wallet design, customer management, customer screening, and monitoring, including implementing Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering and counterfeiting, financial terrorism programs. Yeah, that's all standard. Wait a second. So they're only looking at the retail CBDC, and they're only looking at the intermediated model, which leaves room for the wholesale CBDC and the unintermediated model. Or in the real case, the de-intermediated model. All right, continue. So they're only looking at one aspect of the CBDC, which is one red flag, or two minor ones. However, the U.S. CBDC would remain a liability of the Federal Reserve. So that was the first red flag I saw, right? CBDC would remain a liability of the Federal Reserve, which It's not surprising because the Federal Reserve basically has autonomy over the United States government's money, aka our money. So basically business as usual, right? This was an opportunity to take that away and say, no, we'll run the CBDC, Fed. You don't have to do it. Since this is a better system, we can do it. We don't need you. But, of course, that wouldn't happen. And I suggest going back and listening to the Federal Reserve CBDC update from last week. It says, in contrast to a retail CBDC, a wholesale CBDC, okay, here we go, would be used only by financial institutions during interbank settlement. In other words, a wholesale CBDC would serve as a way for banks to send money between themselves. Yes. Okay, so they are talking about wholesale CBDC. Okay, cool. As Federal Reserve continues to evaluate the CBDC, committee Republicans continue to reiterate that any U.S. CBDC requires congressional authorization. Right. March 15, 2023, during the committee's hearing on the Fed's semi-annual monetary policy report, Chair Powell confirmed that retail CBDC will be subject to congressional authorization. Yes, he did say that at the time, which is not much of a hurdle, really, when you got all these fucking cucks over at the Democratic Party. At the time, Chair Powell did not confirm if potential forms of wholesale CBDC would require congressional authorization. So, again, it's this bifurcation of retail versus hotel CBDC. So he says retail CBDC needs congressional authority, but wholesale CBDC has not been confirmed that it needs congressional authorization. So I think that may be a loophole. Bookmark that in your mind. Wholesale CBDC, Trojan horse for retail CBDC at a later date. So they can develop the wholesale CBDC, implement it, get all of that infrastructure in place, and then say, hey, you know what? We need to issue this retail and then come back for that fight later. Interesting. All right, so it says legislative approvals. H.R. 3402, the Power of the Mint Act, prohibits Board of Governors of Federal Reserve and the Secretary of Treasury from issuing central bank digital currency without congressional authority. Okay. H.R. blank, which is the, okay, so it doesn't have a number yet. It's now H.R. blank. The CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act has no number. It's just, right? It says blank. Prohibits the Federal Reserve from offering products or services directly to individuals, maintaining individual accounts, or issuing a CBDC to individuals. It would also prohibit the Federal Reserve and the Federal Open Market Committee from using CBDC to implement monetary policy. Okay, the second part is okay. But the first part is alarming. Wow. Okay, so this is a flaw in the Anti-Surveillance State Act, which means the people that put this together are either ignorant or controlled opposition. Because that's a clear as day loophole. Now, again, I have to look at the paperwork on the Anti-Surveillance State Act to say this definitively. And I will do that, and I'll do a presentation. Maybe I'll do it on Saturday. Maybe we'll pull out the bill and look at it on Saturday. But it says here, prohibits Federal Reserve from offering products or services directly to individuals, maintaining individual accounts, or issuing CBDC to individuals. So basically what the Anti-Surveillance State Act is saying, we will not allow a retail CBDC unintermediated. However, if they come out with an intermediated, meaning the CBDC issued wholesale to the intermediaries, aka the banks, then banks to you. Basically, they're saying, if you put a middleman, here's what they're saying. Let me make it simple. Basically, what they're saying is CBDC without banks, no good. CBDC with banks, good. That's what that line reads to me, which is a flaw because both of them are bad. Whether it goes through a banking institution or directly from the Fed. I'm sure obviously the Fed getting directly issued by the Fed is definitely a bigger bad, but they're both bad. But again, like, these people probably aren't watching the Grift report.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Let's just see what this other one here says. HR 3712, the Digital Dollar Pilot Prevention Act. I'm gonna have to download this document. Keep this for my own record. Let me save this. Let's go save. Let's go here. Choose another folder. Crypto. Let's call this House HR CBDC. All right, let me save that bookmark right there. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. He said that global CBDC conference going on right now, September 12th to the 14th. Yes, it is. That's correct. Okay, so this one says requires the Federal Reserve to attain authorization from Congress to establish, carry out, or approve a program intended to test the practicability of issuing a CBDC. This requirement would include test programs partnering with the private sector. But the Fed is already doing that. They're already doing that. They've been doing this. They've been did this. You can go look. It's all there. Several projects going on right now. We've covered this extensively. Right here. This is since 2012. 2022. So, what's up with this bill? This bill is just... And then he spelled it Mooney. Oh, Mooney's the guy that issued it. Okay. I'm an idiot. Wow. So much wrong here. So much wrong here. All right, let me go back. I want to go back to this link and see what else is here. So this is the live stream. So let me bookmark the live stream. So I got the live stream. This is the digital dollar live stream. We're going to cover that tomorrow. Hold on. So that'll be the show tomorrow. And we'll also cover, breaking news or, some other stuff. Yep, here it goes, 2 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know how long that stream is going to be, but, if I had to take a guess, it'd probably be like an hour or two. Probably like an hour. I don't see it lasting any more than an hour. But again, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so you can take that with a grain of salt. What do y'all think about this, chat? Oh, yeah.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Hotep with the thorough inquest. Got to, man. You got to look into this stuff. But this thing is already falling apart. It's already falling apart. I'll show it to you once again. It's already falling apart. Right here in the committee memo. Right there. They're only banning the intermediated CBDC because you got a wholesale CBDC and a retail CBDC, and then the retail CBDC comes in two forms. The retail CBDC, basically us people, right? The retail sector. The retail CBDC or the private sector is going to be between either us and the banks or us and the Fed. And all this bill is saying you can't issue the CBDC directly to the Fed, which is good, but is that a loophole for them to issue it indirectly through the intermediaries, aka banks? But this is interesting. This next sentence, it says it would also prohibit, and this is kind of confusing for me, prohibit the Federal Reserve and the Federal Open Market Committee from using a CBDC to implement monetary policy. Are these people stupid or am I dumb? Because that makes no sense. I mean, let me take that back. It makes sense. But all right, let me tell you why it makes sense. The way that sentence reads is "and the Fed." That's how that's how that sentence reads. "And the Fed." That's how I'm reading that. Prohibit the Federal Reserve from implementing monetary policy. That's what the Fed does. They implement monetary policy. So if we move to a CBDC, they're basically saying the Fed can't implement monetary policy through the CBDC. It doesn't make any sense. That's exactly why they want the CBDC, to implement monetary policy. If you don't have monetary policy, you don't need CBDC. Might as well just stick with cash. Stick with the system we got now. But that's how the sentence reads, is "and the Fed," right? Like, because but then it also, all right, so let's say we move to the CBDC, but the Fed can't implement monetary policy through this programmable money. Then what? I guess they could direct the government to do it, because the government doesn't know what they're doing, obviously, because they screwed this up already. Hey, somebody tell the government to call me, please. Let me help these fools out. Somebody tell Rep. Emma to call me. Let me help them out. Maybe they could fly me out for tomorrow's hearing. That would be dope. All right, the next post, I got to go on my drafts because I haven't actually tweeted it yet. So I'm going to tweet this now, and you guys can read it along with me. All right, here we go. So, bit of education, then we're going to go to the phone lines. 202, text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. It says here, how does a smart mortgage contract work? So we're talking about smart contracts before, right? So I'm going to teach you guys how smart contracts work. Kind of. John has received a preliminary approval for a mortgage and has found a property he wishes to buy, prompting him to seek former loan approval immediately. He completes an online form, which is symbolized as a block in the blockchain. This newly created block is disseminated to all entities engaged in the property acquisition process, including the financial institution, the legal representatives, credit bureaus, and land registration offices. Utilizing shared data on the blockchain, various aspects of John's application, such as his identity, bank account information, credit standing, and other essential personal details, are authenticated. A mortgage agreement is automatically created, and John signs the agreement digitally using his private key. The mortgage funds are then transferred to John, and this transaction is recorded as a new block on the blockchain network. Simultaneously, the title of the property and land is also transferred to John, and another block is added to the blockchain to document this action. The entire process takes John just 5 days to become a homeowner, as opposed to the traditional 42-day time frame. So this is, potentially how the smart contract using the CBDC could be built in. This is how people will be purchasing their homes. Potentially, this is how our system could work. But this is how some people are, and you don't even need a CBDC to create a smart contract. I mean, you can create smart contracts on ETH. You can create smart contracts, I think, on Bitcoin ordinals, and I think you can create, or I might be saying that wrong. It might be just other layer 2 solutions for the Bitcoin blockchain, and then obviously Syscoin. Syscoin can definitely do smart contracts as well. You can program smart contracts. So that's your crypto education of the day. We're gonna go to the phone lines now. Let's go to the phone lines. All right. Be right back after the short, brief commercial message.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Strong Dad.
What's cracking?
Strong Dad on the line. What up, bro? How you feeling, man?
I feel good. Just working. Now, I missed the first part of the show because I was taking some quotes out of service. Y'all talk about the alien?
Yeah, that story got debunked.
Okay. All right, good. Well, without knowing what y'all said, I just want to add my piece and say that between Africans and Mexicans, them two is the worst swindlers ever. Them motherfuckers will make the craziest kind of lies to you. You know what I'm saying? So
between Africans and Mexicans?
Fact.
Oh my goodness, that's racist.
Hey man, it's the truth, man. It's the truth. Won't nobody lie to you about some shit that is obviously fake as hell, like a African nigga or a Mexican nigga. Like regular niggas will try to lie to you on some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like American Mexicans and black people, they're just too honest. They're too honest for their own good. A motherfucking Mexican will lie straight through the teeth, and you'll hire this nigga to do a job, and you'll look and see the job is clearly not done, and you'll be like, hey man, you ain't do this, and he'll look you straight in the eye and be like, oh no, it's finished. Just straight lie to you. The same way an African nigga will scam the shit out of you on the internet. I'm telling you right now, that was my piece. That's really all I had to say. I just wanted to say it and get it off my chest since the algorithm won't let me tweet it without getting my account shut down or anything.
So you come on my show to express all of your irrational behavior. This is a safe space. It's okay, my brother.
Hey man, no disparagement to Paisas or to diaspora Africans. I love you both. No disparagement, but y'all niggas be lying on some weird shit, and it's too much.
A lie must have intent to do harm. What's in your wallet? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yo, fat.
Chat got that Koofy on tank.
Yeah, that's really all I had though.
Hey, I still need your image for the I need your headshot, man. I need your headshot for the fight flyer.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that today.
All
right.
You gotta promote the fight.
Facts.
All right, yo.
Hotep built. Later.
Hotep built. Goldstein, go ahead, Goldstein, calling. We're gonna get Goldstein. After Goldstein, let's talk to Jonah. And then and then AK. I'm getting texts from parents on my soccer team.
Call from
Goldstein.
What up?
What up, bro?
Chilling. Hey, I want to start off with Oprah's dumbass.
Okay.
Now, she may have been doing more than Biden, but if you're an Oprah Winfrey, who's a pretty significant player in a lot of different areas, wouldn't it make more sense for you to use your motherfucking influence and your power to leverage the government into compliance?
She can't do that, though.
Why not?
Because she on that side of the aisle. You know, if Trump was in office, she'd have been like, oh, my God, Tristan Trump out here and all of that.
Exactly. And that right there is exactly why he's full of shit and want to get up there and cry them crocodile-ass tears talking about they came after me and it's misplaced and it distracted. Nah, bitch, it didn't distract from nothing. You distracted from the shit with your wild ways. That's what you did. All right? You could have got your ass up there like a normal motherfucker who ain't playing for the other team and been like, listen, yeah, I'm going to shake down the American public who's struggling, but whatever I manage to fucking get from them, I want the Biden administration to match that shit. She could have at the very least did that.
Yeah.
At the very least. But because she didn't, that's why she caught all the flack she did. It had nothing to do with distractions. It had nothing to do with all that other lame-ass shit she was trying to point out. It had everything to do with the fact that you misuse your power. You misuse your influence. You do it for the behest of the administration, You didn't do shit for those fucking people of Maui. All right? All this little money you got going, half of that shit's probably going to fucking pay for the bill to organize all this shit. And the other half, they'll see it, but in some weird-ass way, like they'll get free ice cream or some weird shit. All right? So it's ineffectual, dumbass shit like that you're catching criticism for.
I like that approach, though. Pressure the government into, trying to match what I'm doing as an individual. Yeah, I can see that.
Why the fuck not? I mean, damn. They're supposed to be the ones footing most of the bill. But
Right.
at least fucking put pressure on their ass to fucking foot half of the motherfucker. Goddamn.
Yeah. That definitely should have happened. It's unfortunate.
Now, I know it is. But dealing with these goddamn lizards, that's what you're going to get every time.
That's what you're going to get.
And I want to Colin Kaepernick, bro. Colin motherfucking Kaepernick. I'm tired of this Egyptian cosplaying as a nigga. I'm tired of this motherfucker. But quit cosplaying. Remember, you was on the timeline yesterday, and Uncle Hotep said cosplaying is for degenerates.
Yeah.
Well, in this particular instance, yes, it is.
Correct.
Quit cosplaying as a nigga, you degenerate ass Egyptian.
Correct.
Shit is ridiculous, man.
Yes.
He ain't no nigga. He ain't got us. Look, you could tell he cosplaying. He come out there with a 1970s afro that ain't been hot since God knows when. You know what I mean? He want to throw fists up and some more shit. Niggas don't even do that no more.
Right.
All right? Niggas ain't threw up a fist since Public Enemy.
Right.
Like, yeah, you cosplaying, brother. You so out of touch, it ain't even funny. You don't got a job in the NFL because you turned it down, A, and you turned it down as somebody who's sorry as fuck, B. You don't get another chance. Now, if you was a nigga like, and this goes to show you just how motherfucking much it's not about niggas. If you were an Antonio goddamn Brown, well, they'll give you all the goddamn chances in the world until you really fuck yourself. Right? If you got talent, they don't give a fuck. Look at John Morant. He still got a job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with niggas. It got everything to do with the fact that your weird-looking ass sucks. That's what it's got everything to do with. You suck as a fucking quarterback in the NFL. That's a very elite position. You have to at least be good at it. He is not. And so that's why you unemployed. You can just go write another fucking book with Patrice Cullors. They can co-write some shit. He'll be back on the fucking first page. You know what I mean? That's all he has to do. It's weird how they dusting this nigga off right in time for the election cycle. Just let you know that the right has been on strike.
Yeah.
They just react.
All he needs is one body to drop, and he can move right from this grift right into that.
That's it. And now I'm gonna close with Uncle motherfucking Hotep. Some time ago, Uncle Hotep got me in trouble with my wife.
Really?
Right? He didn't know it, but we were sitting there watching the stream one day, and I'll be the first to admit, back at what was it? This was like maybe 2019 or so. We was watching Hotep Spin Soldier. 19, maybe 20. It was before the pandemic, though. And at that time, I did not know what the fuck POG meant. Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was locked up for 20 goddamn years, and nobody was saying that shit. So, fuck all the critics.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I did not know what POG meant. He said it on the stream. And my wife was like, yo, what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know. So I look it up. Go to the Urban Dictionary. I find out what it means. I read it. And I just put the phone down because she's a very jealous young lady. So I just put the phone down like, yeah, she don't need to know that. Right? And she looking at me. She reads me well. So she's like, what'd you just do? And I was like, well, here's what it means.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, this is what you watching, huh? This is what you watching? Because she was new to the stream. She didn't know, right? But I'll tell you this much. She ain't watched that motherfucker since. And she changed for Hotep. All right? So I have a slight vendetta against this nigga when it comes to that shit. And that's why I exposed his ass. Yeah, y'all can call me a rat. I did that. You can't whoop me. You can't whoop me. So I ratted on that nigga. I went straight gunner. There it is there.
We are bringing up charges on Uncle Hotep based upon the evidence you have brought before the court, so we thank you for your work. Thank you for your service to Hotepistan, keeping Hotepistan pure. You know, your lady, you know, she made the right decision. Nobody should be watching Uncle Hotep. Just not. He's just a bad influence.
Like you, but she can't stand that nigga, boy.
For real?
Yeah, when she hear me watching it and she start hearing him talk, she'll just leave the room.
Is she black?
Yeah.
She's half?
Yeah.
Oh, that means she's super black. You know, the half-breeds is super black.
Yeah, she go the opposite direction in a lot of ways. She don't like meeting me on the Hotep field.
Oh, okay.
But you know, culturally she's Arab.
Okay.
But you know, she's half black. Her daddy black. Her mama was Arab.
Okay. So she when she hears Uncle Hotep on the screen, she can't listen no more, huh?
Nah, she just leaves. She just leaves the room like, nah, I can't fuck with that nigga. Like, okay, well, you know, look, I keep telling her, because listen, she used to work in law enforcement. He used to work in law enforcement. I tell her, look, y'all got more in common than you think. I don't care. I don't give a damn. He could take his paws somewhere else. That's what she'll say.
Take his pog somewhere else.
Take his paws somewhere else.
Lord have mercy.
But that's all I got, man. I'm gonna send you them headshots. I heard you tell Strong that. I'm sending you them shits today.
All right, say less. I'm waiting on him.
All right, bro. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. You know, I bought this wallet and they got me. They fucking got me. They showed this image showing that your money fit if you fold it in half. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't fit when you fold it in half. I'm the dummy. You got to fold it in half one more time. And I hate that. Fucking Chinese got me, man. God damn, Ming Ling and them. Oh, shit. Sorry. I got something for their asses. I had it folded in my old wallet, too, so I'm not too mad at that. AK, go ahead, call it. AK and Jonah. Oh, there's Jonah. Jonah, what up, man?
Nada. Man, you ask why the Mexicans brought that out again?
Yeah.
Because they saw the Indian moon landing.
What's the connection?
The Indian moon landing was far worse than that Mexican shit.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was definitely a bigger hoax, yeah.
Okay, at least since you got that Susan Gibson, I wasn't going to comment, but, you know, at least she's honest. She's going to show her voters how she's going to fuck them before she fucks them, right?
Who?
Susan Gibson. Susanna Gibson. And, like, you all have to release a sex tape so we'll know how they fuck, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Oprah. You really think that woman was going to make a charity? You really think Stedman became the greatest pimp in all of human history? Stedman, the greatest pimp in all of human history, allowed that bitch to give his money away for free.
She made the charity. You don't think she made the charity?
No, Stedman's been running her the whole time, man.
No.
Have you ever seen that dude's face? Have you ever seen that dude's face?
Stedman's not running that relationship, bro.
He's been running that the whole time.
No, he's a beta.
It's no facts to use the trick.
No, he's a beta.
Nah, he's running that shit. That's all his money. He didn't give his money away for free.
No,
that's why she's.
You be right most of the time. This time you off. This is.
No. How'd she get the seat at the table with Bill Gates and all them back in 2009, talking about the population, the population crisis? Because Stedman been running her the whole time.
I don't know about that one. You're gonna have to show me some evidence. Was Stedman even around back then? I don't even think Stedman was around back then.
Stedman's been around since the 80s, bro. He's been in the background the whole time, and no one's ever seen him. But he's got all the money. He's living in Maui while she's out there working for him.
You think so?
I think so. We might as well call him her handler, but I'm calling him her pimp.
So you think Stedman is her handler?
How else you get into that table with Bill Gates and Rockefeller and everyone else?
I don't know.
You really think she made that much of a whatever mark that she got to that table without her handler putting her there?
Maybe.
That big one, what did they call it? The Friends Club in 2009, where they're talking about depopulating the whole human race.
She went through a lot. She went through a lot of work. You know what I mean, she did a lot of huh?
To get to that table with those bloodlines.
Yeah, I guess. What else you got for us today?
No, that's it. Greatest pimp in all of human history, Stedman.
All right, say less, bro.
Call him handler, but it's same thing.
Hey, you know, maybe there's something there and I'm missing it, but all right, we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Hotep build.
Hotep and build. Jonah Kofi, stay on tight. Kofi, stay on tight. At the moment, I'm creating a Kick account. Oh, I could have just signed up with my Google account. Oh, that would have been a lot easier, certainly. Where is it? Hotep Jesus at Gmail, right there. Username, Hotep Jesus, obviously. October 1st. It's my birthday. My birthday coming up. What y'all getting me for my birthday? Chat, what y'all getting me for my birthday, man? Strong Dad?
Yeah, my bad.
What up?
Yo, Jonah, I hate to double dip, but Jonah, you tripping, bro. You tripping.
Is he? He's tripping,
Jonah,
right?
That's a faulty take, my dude. She got a seat at the table because she safeguarded Weinstein and other Hollywood abusers for decades. For decades. She's been safeguarding Hollywood R-worders since before she's become famous. Her and Gayle King, they run a dual operation. They protect one of these abusers, one of these people who's out there sticking his wick in everybody against their will, and they take down a black man. We've seen it time and time again. That's how you get a seat at that table. You get a seat at that table by handing over your allegiance to the people you're supposed to be with, while simultaneously bringing about the air that you are helping them. So black women is like, yes, queen, Oprah, boss, she's doing this for us, yada, yada, yada. Really, she's protecting all of the black women who've been messed with by these dudes behind the scenes. She's protecting them from the public eye. She's safeguarded. She's essentially been, like a brick wall between accusing these guys of child trafficking and accusing these guys of R-rating actresses, of R-rating actors, of doing all of that. Her and Gayle King is how they get that kind of traction. This is the kind of traction that Jamel Hill was trying to get but could not get, so she went the opposite direction. But that's why Oprah is in the position she's in. Stedman is a placeholder to make the scene ingratiate her to married women, because she has too much of a independent mindset and look to some of these married women. So Stedman was there, like, look, I believe in you about the relationship, yada yada yada. That's all of it. Stedman ain't nothing but a dude trying to catch a check. You ever see that Dave Chappelle shit where Stedman's in the background, just spinning cash and doing shit? That's who he's been since the beginning. He ain't nobody. He ain't got power.
I don't know what to do with y'all, man. Y'all niggas is just, y'all definitely not ready for Fox, man. Y'all, I'ma just have to send y'all to Alex, man.
Yo, hey man, it's the truth though. It's the truth though. So that's all I had. That's all I had to say. Jonah, you're suffering from Goldstein-itis. Your kufi is too tight. All right, your kufi is.
Oh, that sounds like shots right there. That sounds like shots. You done named the disease after Goldstein. You said he got Goldstein-itis. Them shots fire right there.
Yo, listen. Sometimes the kufi can be too tight, and you gotta loosen it up just for a little bit, so that your neck can breathe, and then you can tighten it back up. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So, Jonah, relax. It's gonna be all right. But yeah, Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. See, y'all just came on my channel, said all the shit I didn't want to say about Oprah. I'm trying to keep the lines open to the black boule. Here y'all go fucking it up for me. Here come Jonah, and then Strong Dad. Both of them with outrageous takes. Both of y'all got Goldstein-itis. Oprah's a great woman. Do not slander Oprah. What is this? Build my community. Reach a total of 75 followers. Okay, this is pretty cool. Hang with my community. Stream for a total of 5 hours. Path to verification. If your channel is meeting or exceeding the below requirements, please send an email to verifykick.com. Oh, wow. So, okay. Have 300 unique chatters in the last 30 days. Wow. Okay. So I need you guys to follow me on Kick. Let me see. Kick.com. And turn on your notifications for me. Hopefully, I think this is my link. Yes, this is my link. All right. I have to set everything up. But here's my Kick. Follow me on Kick. I'm going to play chess there. I'm going to play chess on Kick. I'm going to build my Kick channel. And we doing chess on Kick. We're not doing Twitch. We're not doing YouTube. We're going to do Kick. So that's my Kick right there. I need y'all to go over there and give me some subscriber love. Give me some subscriber love. What else? Oh, yeah. Fresh Mike and AK Colin. Who is this? Oh, man. Y'all just double dipping on me today. What up, Jonah?
I'll respect your Fox Grift, but I tell you, I put the table that I'm talking about. I put the article in your DMs. You can see who she was sitting with, and there's not even a black face in there other than her. They skipped over all the men.
All right, I see the article here. Warren Buffett, David Rockefeller, Ted Turner, Bill Gates, Soros. I see it.
Eli and Edith.
I don't see.
Yeah, they skipped over.
I don't see Stedman in here. Stedman name not mentioned.
Yeah, no, he got her the seat though.
Oh, he's the one that got her the seat.
Yeah, he's got the bloodline, so he got her the seat. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, he's got the bloodline.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You can look at it. The kid talks about the Rockefeller and the Anderson Cooper family and the Carnegie, the Carnegie Foundation. I mean, you know, there's not a single. She's the only black skinned person sitting at that table. You know, male, female, other. Oh yeah, did you get my other comment that I sent you today?
No.
Did you ever find out how that term "cis" call to war?
Oh yeah, I did read that. Yeah, it says here cis has traditionally been used as a prefix, the same as trans has, and comes from the Latin meaning on the same side as, which sits opposite trans from Latin on the opposite side as.
So remember, the diversity, equity, inclusion is de, the God in Latin. I told you before, right? Now you get the cis, which is literally means on this side of, and trans means on the other side of. So what are we on the other side of when we have transhumans and transgenders?
Oh, sounds like a war.
It's a call to war. Yeah, it's called a war to eliminate humanity. Anyways, I found that by looking up. I was reading about Cisalpine Gaul, but that's going back to like Alexander and Hannibal and stuff. So
yeah. All right. Say less.
Okay.
I'll tell you about.
I'd say that listed table is it's up there. It's not anyone else invited.
All right. Say less. We're gonna look at it. All right, yo. That nigga crazy. Yo, Elon. Look at this shit, right? Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Look what Elon doing. So this is my tweet, right? Then I hit this link right here. It used to say view analytics, I think. It says view post engagement. So now I can view the quotes. I can view the reposts, like people who retweeted me. And I can view the likes. Where's the data? Hold on, let me check my phone. Where's the data? Because it's supposed to tell me how many link clicks I got. Let me see here.
Call from.
Yeah.
What up? How you doing, Hotep?
What's good, bro? What up, Mike? How you feeling, bro?
Good, sir. Man, I've been missing the fam. Just, working. I do live events. Nothing your chat wants to hear about, but you understand from, losing venues and ticketing and all that fun stuff, man. It's been a headache. So,
my God.
But we're doing it. So, yeah, it's the Langston Lions, the HBCU in Oklahoma. In October, we got the big homecoming coming up, and I'm part of the planning committee. So it's fun stuff.
Nice.
So, you know what I mean?
So you do event planning?
Yeah. But Party Time OKC is what the podcast came out of. We do all kinds of my day
I might need you
job.
to plan some shit for the Hoteps, man.
Absolutely. I've been doing it for 20 years, man. I'll send you my resume. So,
Let's do it.
we on that promo stuff. So I'm gonna cut a promo on Rudy and send it to you. I'm Triple H, son. You know what I mean? It's all about the game. Rudy's scared. You know what I mean? Rudy wants none. I'm about to be rude to Rudy. He's slow, I'm quick. He's old, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? He can't handle. Rudy wants none, son.
Mike trying to sell the fight.
Yeah, so we doing it. You know what I mean? And all you chat rats that want to debate me, get in line. Get 'em.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So, yeah, man, I'm the game, but I did want to say, shout out to Taoist in the chat, but he is correct. Oprah has a grooming school in Africa, right?
Oh, here we go.
I'm just on the team, but seriously, man, Oprah, you know what I'm saying? Oprah put Jay-Z on, so.
The views of these callers are not the views of this show, Fox News. I don't know these people.
But hey man, I shared in the Telegram, but man, Yee just dropped a new fire freestyle. He's talking about Illuminati and all of that. I was like,
who the hell is Yee?
Kanye West?
Oh, Yay.
Yay, sorry. I'm in the South. We call him Yee. So, but anyway, he just dropped a new fire thing. I mean, I'm telling you, this freestyle is almost Hotep. It's not quite, but you can tell he's coming. He's coming around.
Real?
It's real. It's him, and it's his own freestyle he just dropped, for sure.
Where?
So, I put it in the Telegram. It's in the Telegram. There's a link. It's a YouTube. But it's not under him. So, it's under, I have to look on my phone, but it's not under him. But I put it in the Telegram. No, it's new. It just dropped today or yesterday. So,
really?
Yep.
Okay, let me see here.
He's talking about Illuminati. He's talking about Illuminati. Talking about Adidas. Talking about all that. I was like, this is almost Hotep. And I think it's the thing that a lot of us do when we land as a Hotep, and that is, man, we're, a lot of times either far left or far right, and then you go the other way. Like I was very far left for a long time. And then, you just kind of rebel against that. You end up far right. And then you see it's a grift on both sides. You see they're both just doing the same thing and working together behind the scenes. And then, you find the real like and Goldstein and the team. So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, man, I think he's getting there. I just want to say I think he's getting there, man, for sure. So
he's coming a little bit Hotep side?
Yeah, maybe close, man. I mean, it's you know what I mean? It's like 2 degrees away. Like he's getting there. He's starting to realize it. It's starting to be made clear to him. But as you know, it's a journey. It's a process.
Yeah.
If we could all wake up one day and be fully Hotep enlightened, that would be a beautiful world. But it takes education, patience, knowledge. Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this in a second. All right, appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Hotep is for the children. Hotep and Build. All love. Thank you for taking the call, man.
All right, Hotep and Bill, bro.
Hotep and Bill.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on. I'm trying to send this to myself the fastest way possible, and I think I'm about to hack the system and do it like this. Watch this. Bow. I'm going to just put it right there in the chat and then pull it up on the screen like this. I'm a genius. You see that?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Wait, hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the beat?
Loaded Z. Spaz. For the peace, nigga. On the east. Hey, we ride when we sleep, so let's go. Ain't no more free spaz, nigga. Go. Hey, go. The real.
Call from.
Yo, what up, man?
Oh, hello. Good afternoon.
Wholesome White One, what up?
White Woman. Let me pause my show I'm watching. So I'm just here to grift. I told Mike to call in because everybody was double dipping, acting foolish. Figured we'd mix it up a little bit.
All right.
So shout out MoFax.
Shout out MoFax.
Shout out MoFax. He has that podcast with Adam Curry, and his newest one, Higher Infinite Power. If you haven't listened to it yet, you should take some time. Roughly, how long is that thing? I don't know. It's a decent one, but you should take time and listen to it. That's Grift number 1. Grift number 2, it's Wednesday, so that means Haram Life podcast is going on after my bedtime. I think it's like 8 p.m.
Shout out to the Haram Life podcast.
And then I got to mow my yard today, so I'm going to listen to the podcast I helped produce, the Millennial Media Offensive.
Okay.
And
nice.
we do it on Tuesday night.
Dope.
So I'm going to MMO and mow.
I love it.
But right now I'm currently beating up some size 16 fishing hooks with 2.5 millimeter beads, and it's a bitch.
With 2.5 what?
2.5 millimeter beads.
What do you mean?
For fly fishing.
Oh, you setting some fishing stuff, some lures.
Yes, I'm building flies today for our trip. So everything is very small.
You definitely are a wholesome white woman.
Yeah. I do the things. I earn my keep.
Well, I hope you enjoy your trip.
I plan to. I'm gonna catch the crypto show tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go dark for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Hopefully, I don't die of withdrawals from the internet.
Hopefully not.
I'll be fine. I do it every year.
Well, keep in touch. We'll be here. You know where to find us at 2 p.m. Grift Report. We here daily.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will be here. I'll be keeping it consistent as soon as I get back, but I got to take my little reset, recharge, reconnect.
Yeah, you need that. Very vital,
right.
Essential.
Well, Hotep and Bill, we'll talk tomorrow.
All right, Hotep and Bill. Let's go back to the song.
Easy. Loaded G. Let's go. Let's go. Big ass Glock and it came with a switch. Nigga dissing on Mac, get left in the ditch. 762 there, go through the. All I did was. You fuck with the ops, you can die with them niggas. America kiss my balls. Pause. Fuck all of y'all. Hold on. You know it's kinda easy. I'm done being preachy. I'm a different species. It's Yeezy. Yeah, tell the devil get beneath me. All I did was tell the truth and nobody believed me. On a boat, getting hit out in the tea leaf. My wife's titties is DDs. They gon' pull my dick on the cover of Us Weekly. Make she show my ass crack. Riding around Chicago. GNC, black on black. Yeezy season, black on black. Yeezy out the box like a cracker jack. Mr. Egomaniac. Them people tryna pay me back. Can't say I ain't changed, rap. Real nigga artifact. I mix the art with rap. I mix gospel with trap. I fucking Thanos snap. Your career I made that. Yo, where the fuck is yeah, you know exactly where I'm at. All rap could suck my ball sack. Bitch, I'm back like a bra strap. Command, see you all cap. Still ain't here. Government ain't playing fair. They ain't want it, yeah, here. We got the White House surrounded niggas everywhere. Next year I pull up to the fucking man. Gala in my underwear. I don't care. Used to be a billionaire. That's That's 1,000 millionaires. Bang, locked up all my money. I don't care. You can't stop a fucking guy. Yay, 2024 came in the game, brought down the doors, broke all the locks. For what you got, for what I want. Foot on the devil's neck for the law. I'm done tap dancing on tour. No more interviews with the Forbes. Y'all can't even keep score. I pissed on my Grammy Awards, cause I don't need an award. Yeah, I don't need your applause. Yeah, I told you I was a guy. Illuminati took my mind. Illuminati took my wife. Made me wanna take my life. Bitch, I threw away my ice. And you know I'll pay that they won't, yay. They won't, yay. Her world on my dick is singing Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Adidas fell off cause they ain't got yay. Try to cancel me, but you can't cancel yay. If there was no J, there would be no yay. You know I'm spazzing. Why you got so much cap in your cash? Even Elon know that I be gassing.
As an entrepreneur, as a creator, I'm 24/7
straight to
on
a
the
commercial like that. What the? Oh, that was the end of it? This must have been leaked. Rundown spaz. Was this leaked? I don't think this is AI. It's not AI because nobody. I don't think anybody would write lyrics like that. Kanye. That sounds like Kanye wrote this. Somebody said no chance Kanye wrote this. No, I think Kanye wrote that. Very strange. Rudy, go ahead, call in. Rudy, call in. Nah, it's fake. Is this fake? I don't think this is fake. I don't think that's fake. That shit sounded like yay. Yeah, it wasn't that strong. It wasn't that strong. This seemed like something that was some sort of throwaway verse and it ended up leaking or something like that. I don't think that was AI. That was written by Ye. Mostly because I understand Ye's rhyme scheme. So whoever wrote this with Ye's rhyme scheme did a really phenomenal job following Ye's new rhyme scheme. You know, like when he says Us Weekly, talking about US Weekly, you know, like just little like things like that is what separates Ye from other lyricists. He's kind of like weird in how he fits his syllables inside of the song and the track and things like that. Anyway, Rudy, what up, yo?
What's going on, HJ? What's happening, brother?
Man, life is good, man. What's up with you?
So, you know, I'm sitting here in the sidelines just taking a listen. I said, man, I'm not going to call in this week, man. Maybe I just been piping off a little bit too much. Then some fucking clown from Oklahoma wants to call in and call out the God. Listen here, young bull, you can run to the ring and get fucked by the old bull if you want, but I will jab slap the shit out of you, dude. I am the fucking vet. I am the two-time felon. Stomping in the fucking mud of New Norfolk, Virginia, motherfucker, dude. You can't fuck with me on a mental level. You can't fuck with me on a physical level. You can try and bring that shit, motherfucker, but you'll get slapped down, dude. You'll get slapped down, Mike. Calm your fucking self. Step back and listen. I've told you once. I'll tell you 1,000 times. I'm the fucking vet. I didn't get that nickname to myself. I got that nickname from the streets. The vet, motherfucker. Remember that shit. Hotep in the build. I'm out.
What the hell is going on? Just in case you guys missed that phone call, here's a reenactment. Let me put this up on your screen. We got a live reenactment of the shit that just went down on that phone call. Here it go. There's Rudy talking shit to Mike. Oh, this debate league is it's getting hot. Hotep debate league is getting hot, people. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. All right, phone line's closed. Y'all niggas taking too long to call. Don't forget, get your master focus. It's the shit that had me up this morning, butt crack early, fucking creating spreadsheets and doing work and shit. I was up this morning putting in that work at the machine, doing website specs, preparing for morning meetings with web devs and shit. This is it. This is my secret weapon to being a badass. This is our formula for memory that includes memory amplifiers, brain builders, energy boosters, mood enhancers, and of course, gut health, the second brain. You guys want to build yourself a new brain, not from scratch, obviously, but renew your brain. You want to restore your brain, make it so we clear out that brain fog. Some of y'all got too much drugs and alcohol in your system. You want to start clearing that stuff out, promote neurogenesis. You know what the funny thing about this is? From my own personal experience, I've been indulging in marijuana again recently. And marijuana affects your short-term memory. And what I notice is when I'm on master focus, it doesn't do it the same. It's like master focus is like, nah, you can't beat me. We have a memory. So it like restores your short-term memory and long-term memory. So it's quite amazing how great this product is. So anyway, more news coming soon, but you can hit that link in the description box below. Hit that QR code on the screen. Either way, it's going to apply up to a 50% discount for you. The discount you will see in the cart at checkout. At checkout, you will see the discount applied. The coupon code is Grift Report. And I'll see you tomorrow for our stream where we watch the Congress talk about some shit that they don't know what they're talking about and see how they're going to try and save our sovereignty. Until then, y'all be safe, man. Hotep and Bill.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.